hello. I am the light of the Leo. This is my wonderful brother JoJo speaks to my this way.
Hmm.
Um we are here to keep on going with the conversation about The Glory from Netflix. Such a great show. I think it's funny how mommy has given up on it. I
But
I
not
think
surprising.
no, because she wants everything to happen. That really takes us back to the American way. This person has done this mess to me, so now you die.
Yeah, yeah.
But this kind of revenge that we are looking at with the glory is very meticulous, and she's going to get her way. I feel
One way or another.
okay.
Or she
So
gonna die trying.
okay, and it seems like she doesn't have a problem with that.
No, she does not. She's willing to take the risk.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, this is The Glory, episode 6, our spoiler review. Won't you join us?
Jennifer, from now on, every time before you start that intro, you must say, "Won't you join us?" That's perfection.
Okay.
Let's
I'll,
make that a thing. Let's make that a
I'll have
thing.
to use that in the future. Do you have a pen? Okay, just
I'm about to
text
text
it
it to
to me.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Won't you join us?
I'm gonna send it to you in a voice message.
Join us.
Won't you join us? No, it has to be won't you join us
Okay.
before you start the intro on your videos from now on, Genesita.
All right. And this is how we create. So let us go ahead and jump right into it. Let me first of all make sure I have my music.
Yes, I was about to tell you to press play a little bit earlier,
It's
but
in there.
I heard the music in the background just a little bit. It's there.
Okay, it's in there. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. And I'm over here like acting like I'm about to have to start looking for comments and stuff. Child, we recording this. Anyway, got my handy dandy notebook. Let's go. So this episode 6 starts off with Yo Jong. He has some time with his mother. He sits down with her. They have a little food or whatever. And we're going
Yes.
to discuss, where my life is taking me. And so he says, "Hey, mom, first of all, eat some food." She's like, no, I'm trying to be skinny enough to be in a bikini. So I'm eating this salad. Okay.
Yes.
That's what we're sticking to. Leave me alone
Mama's
time.
watching her figure, honey. Daddy's
Okay.
gone. I gotta find me a man, honey. Yes. Okay.
But he tells her that I want to open up my own practice because it's I guess it was just kind of looming in the air exactly what you want to do. Somebody that has that kind of money, they can choose. Okay.
Right.
So he's choosing. His mother thought he was going to be staying in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of that is because of the structure that the military provides
Right.
and the way that he's been sad up and down after the death of his father. But it's not the case. So he said he's going to open up a practice in Samyang. I don't know if you might remember those words or that area, that space, but that's the same exact space that where Park Young Jin lives, where Yeso goes to school, where Dungong teaches and
Yes.
lives.
Yes.
So once again, when I first watched this, I didn't put none of this together. Okay.
Right.
But yes, that's where I'm going to be. It's not in
Okay.
Seoul where we are now. And I know, please excuse me, everybody. I've been meaning to say this for all these 6 episodes, but bear with me with my pronunciations of any of these Korean words. This is not even kind of a language for me, but I'm trying because I care.
I think you're doing well. Like the way that you're pronouncing it sounds very accurate to me.
Okay, okay, thank you, Jonathan.
At
And
least you have their names, okay? That's the bare minimum, honey.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Being
just had
able
to
to
push it.
right, being able to pronounce them is another thing, and you're doing very well at that.
I appreciate that, Jonathan. Um, but yeah, he's going to get his practice out there and some young Korea. know what I mean? And he's going to do that there. And he did actually say out loud to his mother, he is very transparent with his mother.
Very much so. And
Very transparent.
I think the reason why is because that's what she expects from him. When
Mm,
she asks him questions, she expects a straightforward answer. She
yeah.
seems like the type that doesn't want you to try to beat around the bush, and I don't think she would allow him to beat around the bush. I think she would push him until she gets the answer she's looking for. Um,
I could see that.
that's the vibe that I get from her. Can I just say how much I love her? Can I just say how much she's one of my favorite characters whenever I see her on the
Good
show?
mommy.
First of all, her hair is
I knew you were
glorious.
going to say that.
Looks like
Yeah.
rich woman with money in the bank account. Like she gets it done on a weekly basis. Okay, she's
Right?
at that hairdresser under that
Flowing.
dryer, making sure it's looking good. Um,
Yes.
and I love the fact that she's a direct. She's isn't she the director of the hospital?
Yeah.
And
So
so
basically, they like own the hospital.
yeah, so she gives me boss B realness at all times, and
You see how all the residents. Hello. Good
yes.
morning, ma'am.
Very much so. When we get to another scene that happens in a prison, that's when I really perk up
To
to Miss
mommy.
Thing. Okay,
Okay. Yes,
honey,
child.
she takes care of business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She does, and it makes me happy. But yeah, she says it's because of a girl. That's why I'm going out to some room. And she's like, "Oh, really?
Okay, this is news.
All right,
Were you surprised that he shared that information with her, or because of the way that this conversation was going, it wasn't just a surprise to you?
I was kind of surprised,
I
simply
was too.
because the first few times I heard this, I ain't know he said that. Look at here, taking notes, taking notes and watching the show is totally different.
Right,
It's totally different.
it forces you to pay closer attention to everything that's going on.
Absolutely,
Because you want to pick up on every little thing that happens. So it makes sense.
yeah. So it was awesome that he was able to share that it was for a girl. So this is nice. The next thing we see is
But what about her reaction to that? Like she was a little impressed. It seems like a little she was a little weary. Of course, she was like, "Oh, okay, so it's the girl. So what you know that's what it is." But you know, she kind of came around to it eventually.
because of his mental state.
Yes, and she knows her son. She knows she wouldn't. He
Very
would.
well.
She knows that if it was not a good idea, he wouldn't be doing it.
This is true, and
She trusts his judgment, and I love that.
and it's a great little situation there. Yeonjin, we see her at the shaman getting rice thrown on her before she steps into the sanctum, because that's what they do. Okay,
Yes.
um, and she basically went there with her mother to ask for help with Donggun because the fact that she is her daughter's homeroom teacher is really messing with her
It's shaking
mind.
her up, honey, making her
It's
shaking her
shaking
boots.
her.
Got her smoking 2 packs a day.
Okay. And Yunjin's mama, she's like, she bought a talisman for her and she said, use this, put this inside of Yesol's, her daughter, put this inside of Yesol's shirt or whatever, or backpack or something like that. This will keep her safe or something like that. And she was like, Jen, she wants to take care of her daughter for herself.
Mhm.
Because as you can see, the relationship that she has with her own mother is not the best.
Right.
Okay. Because even as she was saying, no, I don't need all of this, I'm good, I'll take care of it. And her mother was like, isn't this that same B word, that dongon, like, why haven't you taken care of her yet? And
Right.
it's in these moments I kind of feel sorry for Yeonjin. She does not have the best mother. She did not have, it's difficult. Okay. People do wrong and they know they shouldn't be doing wrong, yes. Okay.
Mhm.
But when you grow up with the spawn of Satan as your parent, what do you expect to produce?
So do you, I compare? I'm going to compare this to August from Young Royals. We found out that August is broke, okay,
Hmm.
and August is an a-hole. So the fact that that did not change your perception of August, however, this changes your perception of August. Why do you think that is?
I'm
I'm
not
sorry,
saying
this changes your perspective of Oh Girl.
it doesn't change my perspective of old girl. She's still horrible.
Okay,
I'm just saying when you can see how it came about because
okay,
even with August, you can see his mother ain't no better than him.
no,
All I'm all I'm saying, I don't feel sorry for neither one of them.
okay, okay,
All I'm saying is that this is where it comes from. When
okay,
you can start to see pathology,
right.
it's time to make a change or make sure that you can look at yourself and see, well, where did I come from?
Okay, because it sounds like you were having a little bit of empathy for her, and that made me nervous.
No, no, it's
Okay.
clarity.
Okay, clarity. Wonderful. Thank you for setting that straight for me.
Yes, it's clarity saying that's where you get it from. And she wants to be better for her daughter. But if you can't recognize the stock that you come from,
Right.
that's going to be difficult.
And you know
Um
the interesting thing is you can see that she wants to do better for her daughter, but because of who she is, she simply cannot.
she,
She
she she doesn't even
simply
know how to
can exactly. And that's why she can't because she doesn't know how to be better.
because
And
her
it's
mother wasn't better.
exactly. And it's so sad for her daughter. And I'm so interested in seeing how her daughter is going to come out because she can either be just like her mother, she can be a little bit like her father, or she can be her own little girl. And I'm hoping and praying and assuming that she will decide to be her own little girl. I do not see her going to the dark side like her
Because
mother.
she's so, you could, even in her voice, she's just so innocent as any little girl
Yes,
should be.
right.
I think at least did a good job of keeping her being tainted in
Mhm.
that sense. But yeah, yeah, Young Jin actually said she's scared of Dungoon. So, God bless her and her journey. I wonder how Dungoon's felt. Anywho, the nosy teacher. What should we refer to him as? The a-hole. I said he's being an a-hole per usual. That's what I put in the notes.
I think we should call him Bowlhead.
Bonehead.
Bowlhead. Yes.
Well, let me see what his name was actually. Oh, Jung Ho. That's an easy name.
Yeah, that is easy.
Jung Ho. And we will find out more about him later, Jonathan. Just to
Yes.
just to get you ready.
I'm I'm
But
ex- I'm excited to see how much more he's going to be involved in the storyline.
okay, bowl hair, Jung Ho was being his regular a-hole of a self, talking about cause okay, let me try to set the scene. Uh Donggon was looking at the pictures that was it Hey Joan? Yeah, I think that's her name. What is her name? Yep, I was right. Hey Joan. She was they have her phone now
Hmm.
because secret detective agent girl Hung Nam, okay?
Yes.
She she got that phone. Oh gosh, I just all I could do is just see that scene. She had the glasses on, she had the trench coat on, she
Right.
had the red lipstick on, she was doing her secret agent girl
Yes.
situation. Oh my gosh.
Incognito. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
But she got that phone, snatched that phone, and Dongon, she's very smart. She took out the SIM card, so whenever she does turn on the phone, nobody will be able to try to trace it. Okay. And she was looking at the pictures of the phone. Of course, all these pictures are pictures that Hyungnam has with her new fiance.
Hmm.
Child. That's a whole nother story in itself we'll get
Wonder
to.
how that's gonna blow up, honey.
Child.
I know that's gonna blow up all up in her face, honey. No,
Child.
man. No wedding. I wonder if it's gonna happen before the wedding. It has
We
to
shall
happen before the
see.
wedding. Yes.
But the a-hole, bow hair, Mr. Jung Ho, he was like looking at us like, oh, is that your boyfriend? I see you looking at pictures of men. I bet you get lying with many men's. trying to insinuate that she had sex with the chairman
Right.
to get her position when very little does him or anybody else know he like men's. The
Right.
chairman likes um his driver man.
Yes, he does.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's not it.
No.
But yeah, he was being a total a-hole and
And she could tell him that too. She could really put old boy's business out there. She really could like defend herself by saying no, because I ain't his type, okay?
what do you mean he's not a type? But you don't share that kind of stuff with a dude like that.
No, no, because he
Mm-mm.
gonna spread that to the whole school by the end of the day.
Oh gosh. So he was basically being demeaning towards her as a woman, somebody that's new at the school, and he said some of the most horrible stuff and say, just kidding. Excuse me. I'm gonna cough some more. All right. And he would say, just kidding. Okay. But Donghoon, she will never be down.
Okay.
And anytime somebody needs to be read, her book is open.
Okay. Yes. I wish she had some glasses. So if she would just put on some reading glasses before
Cause she
she,
be reading.
okay.
Child, so she said you're talented at creeping people out.
Because you're a creep.
And she also says, looks like you look like someone who only fights women. And she had the silence.
Mm-hmm.
Only kidding.
Oh, okay. That silence went on for about 5 seconds too long. Like she's not kidding. I, I
She's
don't.
not
I
kidding.
don't. I don't think
Ain't-
she's playing y'all.
she's reached the threshold of kitten situation because she held that for a very long time, but it's like she really got at him as she should because he
Okay.
was so freaking rude and he's just he's just gross to me,
And she
slimy.
said, "Oh, it sounded cute when you said it. I thought I'd try it myself. You know what I'm saying? See if it will work for you. Do you believe me? Do you believe I was kidding? Do you believe that was a false statement?"
Let me tell you something. That was a moment, and
And
he
didn't she
needed.
say something about him like not getting a lot of girls or something like that? Like
Oh yeah, all of that and more. She
you
let him
look like
have it.
you look like the type of man that don't get none, honey. Okay, that's pretty much what she told him.
Cause have you seen his hair? That's the thing. And his face is so round. Like, why would you have your hair like that?
They did
Okay,
that on
Jesus.
purpose,
Of course, to make him look like the a-hole that he is.
right?
Moving forward, because we can't dwell on him. So we cut to another scene where okay, we can't find him. We don't know where he at.
I think my man dead, y'all.
We can't call him. We can't get him on the phone. He was calling everybody else, try to get everybody to meet with him, but we have yet to be able to speak to him. Hyung Nam asked, oh gosh, she was at Jaejoon's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why she tries so hard to be with Jaejoon when Jaejoon has no kind of interest in the girl.
Right.
Um, I believe they might have had sex before, but you know that he don't want to be with her.
Who are we talking about again?
Jejoon, hair,
Gotcha.
contacts.
Yes.
Okay, he don't want to be with her. We all know who he want to be with, but she married.
Mm-hmm.
So, she was at his house, and what?
That's so sad to me. It really is. How much he wants her, how much he wants to be with her. And like he can do so much better. Like he deserves better. I really don't see him as a bad character in this series. And maybe it's because I'm warming up to him so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is because I'm warming up to him so
That's
much.
it.
That's the reason
But
why I don't see him as a bad
he,
character.
he, he
Okay.
yeah, because he helped bully.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
He ma-
Ah!
he made Donggoon stand in the rain.
He did. He did. He's a bad man. He is. Oh Lord, I'm so
He be
ashamed,
he,
y'all. I'm
He
so
beat people to a
ashamed.
pulp.
Right.
Anywho,
Yeah, he sure did. In that classroom when he said, you can't see no color. Child, yeah, he
can
made
you
that.
see this?
He
What color
right.
is this? And it was
Okay.
his blood on his face.
Yes, very much so. Yes,
Okay.
he's a
And
bad man.
and then
Oh,
as his lackey slash I guess friend tried to stop him, he beat him up too for trying to stop him.
right. Kicked him in the stomach. Child.
So he's not a good dude.
Ugh.
You know what? That's your Achilles heel. Unrequited love. That's
It
what that is.
is. It is.
But so she was at his house, chilling or whatever. Young Nam was at his house. A flight attendant lady
Hmm.
was at his house chilling, and she
Oh
was like,
yes. Oh, this is a good scene.
"Now you
Yes.
know."
Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So she was at his house, and she was like, "Well, is there a chance that maybe Yojin and Myungo might have been together?" Basically trying to sow some seeds of discord because she know that Yeonjin and Jejun, they have been chilling back and forth for the longest, and he
Hmm.
likes her.
Right.
And he was like, "What are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? And also, oh wait, I'm not even at that scene yet.
Oh
My
Lord.
bad. Back up. Because everybody was called trying to they you know how they have that group text or whatever trying to figure
Right.
out where Myungo was? That's what happened. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
right after that, Hyung Nam asked Dungo if she Dungun if she killed him. Because everybody at the same time was trying to figure out where's Myungo.
Right.
And what happened then? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she was like, no. And Hyung Nam was like, well, if you kill him, Dungun, like, I need to know that just so we can, coordinate our services. Like, no, no, you don't need to know that. The less you know, the better. And
Right.
she actually said out loud, we're getting too close.
Yes.
It's not the relationship she intended for, but let's be real. I feel like she would not have been able to find somebody that's as on
Good.
her no, that's on her revenge focus like she is. She would never find anybody. She found the best for her.
Right.
One thing I say about God, he always put people in our lives that we didn't know that we needed.
Right.
She didn't know that she needs a Hyung Nam. Do you have anything to say about that though?
I understand why Moon is saying what she's saying to her, but I know regardless, they will probably be close by the end of the series. By the time her mission is complete, they might be the best of friends, the best of good girlfriends, going out, laughing together. I want to see
It is
them laugh
possible.
together, like in the same scene, just to laugh together. That would be the icing on the cake.
We shall see.
Hmm.
So after that, Jae-jun, he makes it to his home after not being there for days for some reason. Did you enjoy his white outfit that he had on when he got his house is so cute too.
It is his closet, like his closet is everything, and it's not huge like Toy's closet from Married to Medicine. He don't need
Hmm.
all that space. But he has a nice size of a walk-in closet. I love everything.
And speaking of closets, it has been ransacked.
It has. It sure has.
Watches missing, coats missing. And he knew exactly who it was immediately.
Okay.
Who else got the who else able to come up in here? And
Right.
he had to ask his dog, like, look, did you at least nip at his ankles? Why?
Okay.
While he was there and he referred to him as an a-hole, then he looked at his dog like, not you. I'm talking
Mhm.
about Mango. So he actually really likes his dog. Um,
Clearly. His dog is so
yeah,
cute too, all
it
furry and
it
whatnot.
is a very cute dog.
It's so interesting that oh Lord, I'm giving him excuses all day
See,
long, child. It's it's
see,
it's terrible.
it's the unrequited love that you just want him to be able to love and be loved. That's all. I feel the song in the back of your head. Baby, you should let me love you. Let me be. That's it. Yunjin, she's at work, and her coworkers. First of all, her coworkers are horrible.
They don't like her at all.
They don't like
They be talking ish about her right in front of her face. Like,
okay, cash
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Okay.
Child.
No,
They,
but no, but they don't even do this.
no,
They
no.
just talking.
Out in the open.
And she right there.
She right at the cubicle right next to him.
And they were basically talking about her because she doesn't write her own scripts as all the other forecasters do. She pays somebody, as we have seen very early on in the in this series,
Right.
that she pays somebody to write her stuff, and it is good stuff.
It
But
is.
she
It's
pays
the
somebody
best.
else to do it, which is alright. And then, of course, Yeonjin, she has no time for any of that BS. Okay. You're not going to speak of her name. This is a moment where she uses her most horrible qualities that she does so well. She puts it to good use.
Okay.
And she says, first of all, okay, I get paid this many yen, and my husband put millions into this company.
Millions.
Basically,
Okay.
meaning that I don't need this.
Okay. I'm the reason you got a job, ho.
I'm the reason why this company is still up and running, why this
Okay.
channel is still being able to record forecasters.
While we're
Yes, yes,
able
yes,
to
yes.
stay afloat, honey. Okay.
Okay, my husband. So you can shut that down. And then she does continue on with her bullying ways. Oh, girl, she stands up and says, how dare you? She pushed that girl back down in her seat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It was amazing. She said, you need to find somebody else.
To see the power dynamics in this show, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. It's awesome because we don't see intricate stuff like that as often.
No.
Because the only way you can is if you build a story like this.
Right. And you would think that she would have all the power. You would think that they would be scared to talk about her like that. But no, not at all. And it's almost like they got her number in a way.
But they still don't really know much about her.
No, which is interesting.
They don't know enough.
They're acting as if they do know about her. They're acting as if they already know who she is and they already know her insecurities. And I think that's because she slightly wears her insecurities on her sleeve.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
And I think that's what they're kind of jumping on right now.
Yeah, the fact that she doesn't write her own stuff. But another thing here in America, for sane people at least, we don't start jumping to, be that bold unless we absolutely have something. They just talk. And as I introduce you to more Korean stuff, you'll see more Korean ways. That's what I say. Because this ain't the first time I've seen people be talked about out loud.
Right.
And you right there. Okay. It's a lot.
Just let you know we're halfway through the video.
Thank you. Oh, and I'm able to see. I got time. We have 28 minutes. So anyhow, right after that, she goes talk to her cop friend. Her cop friend has nothing for her.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
And the next thing we realize is that Myungo did not leave the country. Everybody's finding that he bought this one-way ticket, but nobody has the connections to see that he never left the country. But our girl Donggon, she went to her travel agency, Farin, her homegirl
from the factory.
From back in the factory days, okay? Yes. Back in the days when I was getting my high school equivalency going on as well as college going on. She was there for me. She was tiptoeing for me. It was very sweet of her. But yeah, she found out that he never got on the flight. So it's like, oh no.
I love the way they're setting it up to make it seem like she might have had something to do with his disappearance. I think that's very smart.
She ain't stupid.
Okay.
And
she knows him.
Yeah.
She knows him. So yeah.
Of course she knows her.
I would be so upset if she did it though, Jennifer. I would be so upset if she did it. I really would be. Not so upset, but I would be disappointed. I really would.
But one thing I do like in her the little things that she said in the background, because she's pretty much like writing a letter to Yeonjin the whole time. She says, I have to find another butterfly. This butterfly's wings got clipped. I have to find another one. Like, alrighty. Excuse me. So let's see. He goes to the Go Park. Do Young. Um, is that his name? Yep. The husband of Young Jin goes to the Go Park that he absolutely miraculously beautifully created.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that, especially how it looks at night with the city in the
Yes.
background. It
And the
just looks
lights.
gorgeous.
It does.
It is gorgeous. And of course, he's there playing Go, thinking about Donggon per usual. That's what he be doing. And Sarah, she's going through withdrawals. She called Myungo and said, "Hey, I'm out of ice and I'm out of grass. Okay, God bless the people that are addicted to stuff.
Mm.
I don't know how. Yeah,
It
yeah,
has a stronghold on you that you can't let
yeah."
go. It's terrible.
And she was really going through it and just painting through her
Beautiful
withdrawals.
paintings now. The painting looks
Yes.
gorgeous.
And the group, of course, continues to talk about how nobody can find Myungo. Hey Jung, she got her ring.
She sure did.
And she was getting her ring as they were all talking about Myungo, and they all ignored her text in the group message talking about, so which ring is best? Which rings do you like? And let's be real, all she wanted was a ring that was bigger than Yeonjin's.
Neo Jins, yep.
And she got that.
Mm-hmm.
And that man that she's about to marry, he has money,
He does.
and that's
That's all she
about it.
wants.
And that's all she
Okay,
needs.
check. Okay. Money, check.
But
Okay. That's the only check she needs.
and did you see the way he treated her? Like when he walked in, he said, "First of all, you should always have heels around me. I like my ladies tall."
Right.
And then she was like, "Oh, they all look so beautiful." She flipped the script. "Oh, they all look so gorgeous. I don't know which ring to get." And he said, "Here, that's the biggest one." And he's like,
Right.
"Oh,
He don't even care. He
he
don't give a
don't,
darn.
he don't." And to be honest, it sounded like she found the right one because
Okay.
with him not caring the way she ain't caring, it's like, well,
Which makes me wonder, why does he want to be with her or anyone in the first place? Does he
okay.
just want a trophy wife? Maybe that's what it is. He
There's
just wants a
somebody that
trophy
looked good,
wife.
I guess. Child, I don't know. I don't even know if she even gave it up yet. Like
Mm,
we shall see. But it sounds like he is a serial marriage person. So
yes, we find
she's
that
gonna
out a
be
little bit later in the show.
no. Actually, Youngo told her when they were in that green Bentley.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's when he told her that. But yeah, she was like, wait, hold on. That was the end of that. My bad. She got her ring and she was very happy about it. Yay. Hyunam, she was driving and such like that. And no, it was Donggoon that was driving. She got a phone call from Hyunam and she says, "Boss, girl, you are being followed."
Okay, somebody who's on your tail, honey.
Okay, it's an issue. You are being followed. Right after that, the chase ensues. Now she did because Hyung Nam, she wants to like help. You know what I'm saying? She says,
Right.
"I'll divert them for you or whatever." She's like, "No." Dongul said, "Go home. I got this."
I got this. Okay, I'm a professional now.
And I think it's more because she wants to protect
Very
her
much so. She doesn't want her to get hurt. Exactly.
and not to have her. Even if something happens, she wouldn't be the one to stop it. It's Dongul, the person that they're actually looking for,
Right.
and she
They're
doesn't.
after me. I want them to come for me.
Exactly, because if they hit or get intercepted by Hyung Nam, now they're gonna know that Hyung Nam is working
Working
with
with her.
Donggun,
Right.
and that's putting her at risk. So we don't
Hmm.
want to do that. So she did what she should do. She don't know it, but she got a best friend, and a wreck happens because Donggun, she does
Brake
divert
checks them.
them from the main road. And when
Hmm.
she does divert them from that main road, she does brake check them, like Jonathan said, and they hit her. What were your thoughts on all that?
This is a setup. Clearly, this is a setup. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know who the men are, and I should know who they are. So I'll
I'll
ask
tell you.
you, who were they?
The top friend that Yeonjin has,
Hmm.
that's his lackeys.
I figured that's what it was.
Okay. And they told her after this hit, it's not like they discussed like, who are you and who sent you? It wasn't that.
No.
It was, okay, so either we're calling the police or you're giving me money. And let me tell you what Donggoon said. Okay, you've given me the wrong options. This is a rental car.
Okay. That
This is a
you're
rental
driving
car
in.
that you're driving in. Well, he said, well, this is my favorite rental car. She said, either you call the rental office or whatever, do whatever. He said, well, here, give me your phone. And the next time we meet, give your phone number. They did confirm that they got the right phone number. And
Hmm.
after some time, we're going to meet up and you're going to hand me the money. Hand me money for this car or whatever. That was that. Hyung Nam and Donggoon did talk about, um, oh, they were being suspicious of each other. So Donggoon, did you catch that?
Explain the scene. It might come back to my memory.
So they were in the car together. This was after the wreck or whatever.
Right.
And when of course Hyungnam, she saw how her car was affected.
Hmm.
And when Jungkook got in the car, she's like, "Are you okay? What was it you doing? Are you all right? You're not hurt, are you?" And Jungkook automatically goes into like, "Why were you following me?"
Right. Yes.
And Hyungnam was like, You think I've turned, like you think I've flipped the switch, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm, you
You think I'm
know,
not still riding for you, girl?
okay. And Dungo says, like, I can, spread your business about you or whatever, this, that, and the third. And then when Hyunam actually explained what she was doing because she was following somebody else,
Hmm.
and subsequently, she drove past, and of course, Hyunam loves her girl Dungo. So like, ooh, there she go. And
Yeah.
but she noticed that she was being followed, so she followed.
Right.
And then Dungo was like, oh. And she told her, Young Nam told her to get out of the car. Like, come, get out of the car with me. And she went on in to say, look, I could spread all of your business too, sis.
Okay. It's a two-way street, honey.
I could talk to Park. She named all these names. Park Young Jin. I could talk to Jung Jae Jung or whatever. Jeon Jae That's his name. I could talk to Lisa Ra. I could talk to all these people and tell them all of your plans, okay?
Okay.
Don't go how to get put together. That's the first time maybe the last time too, that she ever got put together by anybody on this show.
Okay.
She was gathered. Okay.
Okay, she was.
She had to be because she was off in another place. We all know that Hyung Nam is that girl.
Right.
Very
And
loyal.
for some reason, Moon is not acting like it, and I want her to start acting like she knows what she has.
But she has had a good reason to
Agreed. Agreed. Because she's worried. She is worried about her. She doesn't want her to get hurt. I get that.
not only worried about her, but like she has been failed by everybody in her life.
Right.
And, for her to have just a couple of people, it's like it's easy to be really suspicious because my mother failed me. My school failed me. Those bullies failed me. Like, even that girl that was in that hall one day, that could have, tried to help or say something, failed her. The nurse failed her. Well, technically, she didn't fail her. It's
No,
just
she
that,
didn't. Because the
it just
nurse
didn't
was
work out.
the nurse really wanted her to get
She did
help.
what she could do, yeah.
Yeah.
But after that conversation, Hyunam tried to give her some kimchi. You know what kimchi is, Jonathan?
I've heard of it before, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Kimchi is basically like pickled cabbage,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and it's something that they eat a lot. I think that does a tribute to their health because they eat a lot of fermented stuff,
Okay.
and eating stuff like that really does help the body. So she made her some kimchi. Donggoon did not accept the kimchi because Donggoon being Donggoon, and um Hyungnam talked about how she started dreaming again. Basically having good days, feeling good, and dreaming about being able to have a good meal with her
Hmm.
daughter,
Yes.
being able to have some soup and, with broth and all that stuff and wanting to eat slow with her daughter.
It just
Oh,
warms your heart to her. It really does. It makes you love her even more.
she's amazing. I love her. Anyway, now we're at this scene. Haejong was at Jaejun's house. They were suspecting that Yeonjin, or Haejong was suspecting that Yeonjin um might have been with Youngo because Jaejun could not get Yeonjin on the phone. So it's like maybe they might be together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might be enjoying each other's company. And of course, Jaejun didn't like hearing that or whatever.
Right.
And Um, and I think people, maybe everybody just ignores everything that Hae says. I don't even know how she was able to get into that man's house, but because they really do treat her as if she is certainly
A second class citizen.
second rate for real.
Girl, you are
Like,
a flight attendant, girl. What do you have, honey? You ain't got nothing, honey.
and you've
Okay.
been nothing since the beginning. You
Okay.
know, we
She
don't.
is she's the epitome of a non-factor. Okay.
And that's facts, and that's how they treat her as well.
Well, at
Um,
least for right now, she's a non-factor. She's going to
yeah.
become a factor a little later on.
Oh, and he threw something her way when she said that she was. Don't be talking about Yeonjin like that. Um,
You're
but
talking about his girl.
you can't do that. So one thing that he asked her while she was there, because it's like she eventually would just had to leave because violence.
Isn't it so
Uh,
interesting that they're trying to get information from each other, but they don't trust each other in the least bit?
so he asked her, "Do you believe that Yesol is his?" And she was like, "What? Yes, what? No, what?" Like she couldn't even compute that, you
Right.
know. So, hey, we'll see
I don't
what
know
happens.
why when she knew that they were sexing.
Oh, these are truths. Oh gosh, my phone over here trying to talk to me. Nobody's talking to you, phone. Nobody's talking to you. I'm just. Anywho, so after that, we see that Yeonjong, yeah,
No,
Jong.
no, no, no. He read her. He
Oh, he
read
did read.
her.
What he
Okay.
say?
He said something about her husband. What are the plans for your husband? Or do you have that place that y'all rented out? I mean, I'm sure he's been there plenty of times before for his many other weddings. Okay.
Facts.
Okay.
But she know. I don't even know why he thought that would be a dig because she know what she getting into. It's not like. But I
You
get
got to
it.
get in where he fit in.
You're right. Thank you for reminding me of that. Young Jong, he purchased his house and his office from the same landlady that Donggun has out in Samyang. Okay. He's out there getting it. And he bought both of those things in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Do Young, he received a special delivery. That's Youngjin's husband. It was a picture of him and Donggun at that convenience store or whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then the card that was in there apparently was Myungo's card. Okay. So he called Myungo. Of course, he didn't get him on the phone like nobody else has
Right.
been getting him on the phone. So right after that, he went up to meet with a smoking Jejun so that we can find out where his boy at.
Okay. A
He simply just went.
smoking Jejun.
He first went over there and said, hey, where's Myungo? He is your friend, right? And he's like, no, he was my lackey.
Right.
But as they're talking, he gets a cigarette, and it just he automatically went, or the show automatically went to a flashback of Yeonjin, his wife, smoking a cigarette, and he was like,
Mm,
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 I don't know about it. Yeah.
mm.
So, they exchanged numbers. They said, if you get in touch with Myungo, let me know. If you basically for the both of them because they're both trying to get in touch with him. And he was saying, "Well, what did Myungo send you? Did he send you something? What did he send you? That's none of your business."
Right.
Okay, they apparently both don't like each other.
No, they don't. And it's interesting because before the scene, I wouldn't think that they knew who each other were.
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
Because she's had them hang out. You know, when you got good close friends, you gotta.
Right. I'm sure he's been in the circle in the past.
Okay. And after Do Young leaves, he goes back into his country club and he's just ah, check out the phone. What did you send to him? I'm upset. Okay, so right after that, any other words about that?
Not really.
Okay. So I'm almost done. Cool. Don't go. And she got her bumper fix. Okay. And as she was, checking out, making sure everything's good with her bumper or whatever, the people in the
Auto
mechanics,
shop.
the shop, thank you, the garage, they started making food, making dinner. Know what I mean, and they started off with sizzling some bacon.
Mm-hmm.
It's I kind of chuckled at that, but it's horrible. So don't. I'm sorry.
Why you say that?
My sizzling bacon made her think about her burns.
Okay. The only thing when I think of bacon, the only thing that comes to my mind is Jasmine from Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, putting that stack of bacon in that small little pan, thinking that that's gonna cook like it's supposed to.
Doofus. Anyway, she had a panic attack. She or anxiety attack, however you would like to say it. She was on her knees in motor oil, messing up her good trench coat because her phone dropped when she
Mm-hmm.
went through it or whatever. Because she was actually in the process of about to text back, um, what's his name, Yo Jong, and and she just couldn't do it because of listening to that bacon sizzle. She's just thinking about
Right.
her own flesh sizzling, which is, I'm sure, very triggering. She
Mm-hmm.
dropped to her knees, and everybody's like, ma'am, are you all right?"
Those
just
Korean people, like when someone is in distress, they are there to
okay.
help you out. They really are there. In some cases, because
Oh yeah.
Moon got slapped around so many times, especially by that teacher. When that teacher slapped her, and that was the last straw for me. Like, what is really going on
What the
here?
fuck is
Like,
going on?
they're very decisive as to when they want to help somebody out, child.
So after they got her, well, I think it's because she was a stranger in
Right,
distress.
right.
But they apparently got her to a space where she was good enough to walk or whatever because she showed up at Yo Jones. I need to hear that pronunciation again. But anyway, showed up at his house. And when he opened up the door and saw her, ah,
There goes my
that is it.
baby.
So um yeah, yeah. So just right across the way, she showed up at the house. Next scene, Yeso learns about expensive jewelry. She was just doting on her mother, Young Jin. She was about to go to some kind of event. She said, "Mom, I want to be just like you. I want to, wear this nice jewelry." And she picked up, she said, "Oh, I want to try that one." It was a very nice looking necklace, very expensive looking as well. She said, "This is heavy, Mommy. The necklace is heavy." She says, "Hmm, jewelry, watches, purses," or she's like a bunch of other things.
Hmm.
Expensive ones are heavy. Like she basically giving her the lesson in expensiveness and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, yeah. The next thing, Jun, he gets a paper saying that he's the father.
It's official, y'all.
It's official. Hey Joan, she receives pictures that made it, I don't know who they're pictures of or whatever, but they're pictures. But it's pictures I think that were from her phone.
Right. Yes. Pictures from her phone. Right.
So she got that, and then Sarah, she was still aggressively painting. And as she was aggressively painting, they pan out to see what she was painting. She was painting that green shoe that it
That
seems like
green
everybody got
shoe.
on. Because back when what's her name? You know her name. Hey Joan was back over at Jay June's house.
Hmm.
she had those green shoes on
Yes, she did.
too. And he was like, "Did you take Youngjin's shoes?" Like, no, I bought these before I went on a trip. Calm down. These are my shoes. I didn't know she had them.
Right.
So Sarah is painting that green shoe. Donggun has a pair of those green shoes,
She sure does.
courtesy of Myungo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeonjin received those shoes in the beginning of the series as a gift for her birthday from her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and now, Hyung now, wait, what's her name? Hae-jung has them. Everybody got them shoes, and then it cuts to a scene of Myungo on the ground, bleeding, and those pair of shoes walking away from him.
Yes.
It's a lot going on out in these streets here.
A whole lot.
So we go back to Donggun and Yeojong back at his house. And she basically came there. Well, okay. The reason why she came in the first place, the main reason why he actually talked to her, said, "Hey, come on out here," whatever, was
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't counted our houses yet on that game Go. We
Right.
haven't counted the houses. We're not finished with the game. And so she came over, but what she ended up doing is not just counting houses. She explained to him the whole revenge plot and the reason why she has a revenge plot. And Yeojong, he was like, "Hey, revenge is not going to make you feel better. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to come out with a heavy heart. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy afterwards because when you're done, you're going to be ruined." And
Mm-hmm.
she laughed at him heartily. One of the few times where she's able to laugh, like, "You live such a wonderful life because you have everything put at your feet here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're good." But she certainly explained to him everything that's going on. She let him see the scars on her arm,
Yes.
and he was like,
They did that to you?
and she says, "And you're looking like that with just seeing one arm." She walked out and it's so cinematic. She walked out into the moonlight, honey, with all
Yes.
the
The
windows and stuff
glass.
like that.
Yes.
She walked out into the moonlight, took off that trench and whatever she had up under it, and she was just in black drawers and bra. And we saw her body full of burns and scars, and that messed him up.
It sure did.
He cried. He cried, and he's like, "They did all this to you." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
"You're such a good person. Why would they do that to you?" You know what I'm saying? Because, he's in love with her at this point.
Right.
So he just can't even put 2 and 7 together and get on. So after seeing all of that, he says, "I will be your executioner." Now, after he said that, "Tell me what you want me to do. Who do I need to kill for you now?" Go ahead, Jonathan. I know you have so many feelings.
I thought that was so sexy. I thought that was amazing. That made me look at him in a different way. And in a later episode, in that scene that I was talking about with his mother in the prison, I think we see where it comes from. I think we see who he gets it from, who he gets his ruthlessness from.
Or where it's
Um,
fueled from as well, because
right. Exactly. It was everything to me. I thought they was just in an American show, they just would have gotten down and
they
dirty
would have
right
had
on that
sex.
floor, right then and
Right there.
there,
Let me ease
right
your pain.
on the floor. They wouldn't have gotten no covers, no pillows, no nothing. No, we doing it right here on the ground. Let's get into it, honey. But I'm so glad it worked out the way that it did because she had to explain to him what she was doing
Everything.
and then to show him the scars as to why she was doing what she was doing. It was
Like, that's the only
perfect.
way that people to really understand, and that makes sense. No matter what country you're in,
Mm-hmm.
when you can actually see the trauma,
Right.
it's just a whole nother level of like, look at what these people did to you, and the fact that you have to live with it mentally, but you have to be reminded of it from all these scars.
He don't even know who these people are. He hasn't met a single one of them, not a single one of them, but he's ready to kill him at her order. It's
Absolutely.
it's
That
it's
was sexy. Like,
wasn't it?
who do you want me to kill first?
Was it? When he said, "I'll be your executioner, girl," when he said, "I will be your execution," because she told him in a scene in the past, she's not looking for her man, she's not looking for a husband, she's looking for an
For an
executioner.
executioner. And that stuck with him.
Okay, you can get to kill two birds with one stone, honey. You can have a lover and an executioner all in one, and that's what she got in her man, honey.
Yes, that ended the episode 6 of The Glory. Tell these people where to find you, Jonathan.
You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. I do have a YouTube channel, JoJo Speaks, that go live every Thursday night at 9:30 with hot topics and social commentary. We will be definitely getting into the mud on this Thursday. So much to talk about, especially with these indictments. I will be discussing the debate as well, seeing how certain people are doing. I'm rooting. I don't want this to come off bad, but I am rooting for Tim Scott, although I don't think he's going to win, but I'm proud of the progress that he's getting. And it'll be interesting to see how far he's able to get. But yeah, plenty to talk about this Thursday. Join us Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. JoJo Speaks on YouTube, y'all.
Absolutely. And of course, you're already here. I am Delight of the Leo. You can follow me at Delight of the Leo on Instagram, at Delight of the Leo on Twitter, as well as at Delight of the Leo here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this review. You guys continue to watch the rest of them. We will continue the whole series, and make sure to watch our reviews on Young Royals. Make sure to join us on those things here at The Light of the Leo. Thank you so much for joining me on today. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye, y'all.